All right, so I'm going to look at something that we've already looked at for 0, 0 circles. So we looked at whether or not a point is on, inside, or outside a circle. And if I was asked, is the point 4 minus 1 on, inside, or outside the circle x squared plus y squared equals 17, I subbed 4 in for x, I subbed minus 1 in for y. In this case, I got 17 equals 17. That meant it was on the circle. I was asked, is 5, 2 on the same circle? Sub them in, got 29. That's greater than 17, so it's outside the circle. I was asked, is 3, 1 on that circle? Subbed 3 in for x, 1 in for 17. Got 10 on the left-hand side. 10 is less than 17, so it's inside the circle. We're going to do the exact same thing, but for these circles where the center is not 0, 0. So my equation of my circle here is x minus 3 squared plus y minus 2 squared is equal to 20, and I'm given 3 points. Just like I did over here, I'm going to sub in for x, I'm going to sub in for y, and it's the same decision I will make. So here, if I get 20 equals 20, it's on. If I got 10, it's less than 20, it's inside. If I got, say, 50, that's greater than 20, the point is outside the circle. All right. So we've done it before, it's just extending it onto these non-zero, zero circles. So, first one here is the point 5, 3 inside, on, or outside that circle? So, let's sub it in. So 5 in for x, so it's going to be 5 minus 3 squared plus y minus 2, so 3 minus 2 squared, and is that equal to 20? So 5 minus 3 is 2, so 2 squared plus 3 minus 2 is 1, so 1 squared is equal to 20. 2 squared is 4, 1 squared is 1, so that's all right. So 2 squared is 4 plus 1 squared is 1 is equal to 20. 4 plus 1 is 5. That is less than 20. So if your left-hand side is less than your right-hand side, that means your point is inside. All right. Same thing again, just with minus 1 and 4 this time. So it's the same circle. So instead of x minus 3 squared, it's going to be minus 1 minus 3 squared. Plus, instead of y minus 2 squared, it's 4 minus 2 squared is equal to 20. So minus 1 minus 3, that's minus 4. If any sort of that sort of stuff with signs trips you up, then just do minus 1 minus 3 on the calculator, and that's minus 4. All right, so that's minus 4 squared plus 4 minus 2 is 2, so that's just 2 squared is equal to 20. Minus 4 squared is plus 16. All right, if you're putting that into the calculator, you need to type it in exactly as I've written it there. So brackets, minus 4, close brackets, squared equals, and there's your 16. Plus 2 squared is 4 equals 20. 16 plus 4 is 20. So I get 20 equals 20, and that means that point is on the circle. All right, last one I'm doing then, minus 2 minus 3, so it's the same circle. So instead of x minus 3, it's going to be minus 2 minus 3 to be squared, plus instead of y, it's minus 3, so minus 3 minus 2 to be squared, and is that equal to 20? Minus 2 minus 3 is minus 5, plus minus 3 minus 2 is again minus 5 squared equals 20. Minus 5 squared is plus 25. Minus 5 squared is plus 25. Again, needs to be typed in exactly like that to the calculator. So brackets, minus 5, close your brackets, squared. There's your 25. Equals 20. 25 plus 25 is 50. That is greater than 20. So if your left-hand side is greater than your right-hand side is greater than your radius squared, that means your point is outside the circle. All right. So if you're asked, is a point inside, on, or outside the circle, it's the x and the y in the equation you're subbing in for. So that's what the x and the y in the equation of a circle are. They're points on the circle, okay, if it ends up being equal. All right. So inside, on, or outside. What I've got over here is just the circle kind of sketched quickly so we can see this. So the x minus 3 to be squared, y minus 2 to be squared. That means the center is plus 3 plus 2. So plus 3 plus 2. So there's the center of my circle. And I figured that I found out that minus 1, 4 was on the circle. So when I was drawing this, I marked in my center, 3, 2. I marked in minus 1, 4, because that's the point I found was actually on the circle. And then to draw it, point on the center, pencil onto minus 1, 4, and then just draw your circle around. All right. And from that, I can see 5, 3 is here. And I can see that is inside the circle, just like I found out over here using algebra. And on the left-hand side, minus 2, minus 3. When I did it using algebra, I was told that's outside. Minus 2, minus 3, I can see down here. That's outside as well. Okay, so look, you could do the questions like this. You could sketch the circle and, you know, plot the point and see if it's inside or outside. But over here is much quicker. Okay, and a question could say, do it algebraically as well. So this is the way to do the questions. This is just kind of showing you what it all means. All right, to say inside, on, and outside. And minus 1, 4 we can see is this one here. That's on the circle. All right, so sub in for x and y. If the left-hand side is less than the right-hand side, you're inside. If it's equal, you're on. If it's greater than, you're outside. The only other thing I'll quickly just show on this circle here is 20 there is r squared. So my radius is the square root of 20, which is around about 4.5 according to that. And if I go from here over to here, I should see that radius. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5. All right, so that's where we're seeing that as well on the diagram. All right, but over here, that's the most important thing to get.